I wanted to go over the Vacaville real estate market for July 2025. This is August. I'm Connie Medeiros. I'm a realtor with eXp Realty. And national trends, the mortgage rates keep going up and down between 6.5% and 7%. A year ago, they were at about 6.48%. But they do expect there's an 85% chance in September that the Federal Reserve will lower their interest rate. And that usually reflects with the mortgage rate coming down also. The Vacaville market is holding strong. It's steady. There's some slight appreciation, but nothing is going down, which is great. We expect prices to go up annually about 1 to 3%, hard to tell. Next year, we expect Trump is going to change the Federal Reserve chairman, so rates will definitely go down then, but hopefully in September, we start to see a little decline. Emerging trends, a quarter of the people that are selling are leaving Vacaville, and most are going to Sacramento, which makes maybe they're commuting, and 3/4 of the people are staying in Solano County, which is great. The medium sold price is almost $630,000. That's up almost 8% from last month, but we're not getting 8% annual appreciation. That just indicates probably larger homes sold in July and maybe in June, smaller homes sold. Medium list prices are down month over month. The days on market has gone up, which means buyers are probably taking a little longer to make a decision. This is great. Sellers are getting what they want for their home. One thing I've noticed is if sellers aren't getting what they want, they are taking their home off the market. They're not reducing their list price drastically. They're just taking it off the market, and maybe they're going to bring it back in the spring when interest rates are better and the market's a little better. Inventory is declining, which is making it a strong seller's market. It had started to move more to a staple market, but now with less inventory, less homes available for sale, we're moving into a strong seller's market. Within the last 12 months, they're saying the houses have appreciated 3.8%, which makes sense. That's a percent. They're expecting it to be a little less this year, but still appreciating, which is wonderful. We're not in a declining market. Closed sales, most of the sales closed between 660 and 888. Currently in July, the lowest sale was for 400,000. It was a 3-1. It was under 1,000 square feet. And the highest sale was almost $1,300,000, $1,299,000. And that property was almost 4,000 square feet on half an acre. So there's a big spread. There were 10 properties that had notices of defaults or foreclosures. For Vacaville, that's not very many considering how many homes there are. And if you do know someone that's facing foreclosure or in some kind of distress, just have them give me a call. There's so many options they can do rather than go into foreclosure. Most people have equity. They can sell their home. People that bought towards the top of the pandemic, we had a lot of price wars going on. Some of them overpaid, and they're a little upside down right now. But there are options for them. They don't need to go into foreclosures. Please have them give me a call. I'm happy to talk about options. Each neighborhood is unique. If you want to know exactly what's going on in your neighborhood, please give me a call. I'm always happy to give you that information. I'm actually a licensed real estate appraiser, but I'm working under my broker license right now. But if you want the value of your home, even if you're not thinking of selling right now, I'm happy to give you a CMA and go over it with you and let you know things you can do to increase the value of your home. Always happy to help. If you're a seller, it's important to price your home right. You want to price at market value, otherwise it will sit on the market longer. And that's what I tell buyers. If a house has been sitting on the market a long time, you might be able to get concessions or a price decrease. The longer it sits on the market, the less money you get. And you also really want to prepare your home. You want it to look as nice as possible. What I do is I offer a complimentary staging report. I have a professional stager come through, give you tips on what you should do. We don't live in a home the way we would want to sell it. We usually want you to remove a lot of furniture because less makes it look larger. And if you're going to be moving anyway, it's good to start packing things. It makes your home appear larger. Buyers get completely qualified, not just pre-approved, but fully underwritten. That way, if interest rates do come down, you can move quickly. Should you wait for interest rates to come down? No, I wouldn't recommend it because we're not sure that they will. And if you see the right home, it might not be available because if interest rates do come down, more buyers will probably come in the market and it will be more competitive. The outlook for the rest of the year, we expect the Federal Reserve to finally start cutting rates. They expect a couple of rate cuts. Hopefully that will bring interest rates down. We're in a seller's market. We don't expect it to change. Buyer activity is really expected to increase. More buyers come in the market when rates start coming down. Buyers, watch for rate cuts, get pre-approved. For sellers, pre-inspections are so offer a complimentary pest report because that's the number one reason transactions fall apart, because a report indicates something the buyers weren't aware of. The pest report, it's real common for them to find a lot of things. If a buyer gets one and there's $10,000 worth of dry rot, they'll want concessions or price reduction. If you give it to them up front, they've accepted that, so they can't say, we didn't know about that. Thank you for watching. I do have buyer and seller guides I'm happy to send you. If you have any questions about real estate, I'm happy to help you.